Yesterday, I was in Agra, so I got the opportunity to visit Agra jail and conduct a meditation in the jail. So I was curious to know, one of the most high level of criminals, I could meet them, few murderers and who have done rapists and also. And I asked them about their childhood, where was there extreme poverty, were they going through any trauma in the childhood, where they were deprived of education, or where they been abandoned by their parents or one parent, or whether there was a divorce in the family, or whether they were being hit by their parents, or maybe one sibling was treated better than the other one. And in almost 7-8 people who stand up and shared their childhood journey, every one of them, the root cause of what they are today, the criminal, whatever the root cause, came back to their childhood. And that's why our education, our parenting, the way we shape the children, who are our future, is so important, right? And today's topic was great, excellence in education. But I feel there's some basic deficiency in the way our education system has been programmed, especially in today's time, right? Especially what we have learned from the Western worlds. Because we've been, since the moment we joined the education system, the moment we are going to school, we are always made to believe that there's something lacking, there's something we need to achieve. Right? We are wired, even though we are wired for generosity, but we are trained for greed. How to achieve more, how to win over your competitor, how to get the best job, how to get more salary. And I'm not against it. It is important. Sometimes that is important. But they only know that science. And there's nothing wrong with that, because that is how the whole economic system is. Our whole economic system is based on consumerism, capitalism. That's how we even, not just individual, that's how we even measure the growth of a country, right? How much the country is producing or how much the country is consuming. The more the country is producing, the more the country is consuming, the more the growth is, right? But meditation is anti-consumerism, anti-growth, anti-capitalism. So that's why nobody will teach you. That's why nobody wants to know, a structured system wants to promote it. Because we've been, since childhood, as a child we were very happy, doing nothing, right? Just playful, doing nothing. We're just happy for no reason. But since childhood we were hypnotized to believe that happiness lies outside of us. Right? Starts with a toy. Or, oh God, I got admission in this great school. I have this set of friends. Or this house. And then later on the same toy becomes a car or a relationship. And we started believing, the conditioning starts changing from looking for happiness within to happiness outside. And then we start believing that happiness lies outside in some expensive shop or some expensive bottle. And that's how then we start chasing all our life outside for that happiness. And everything, then anything, whatever experience that you do, whatever you do in your life, right? Whatever experience that you are chasing is actually for an emotional payoff, right? To get some emotional payoff, because we are all emotional beings. 7.9 billion people on this planet. What is that one common thing that we are all chasing? Can you answer? Happiness, right? But we have forgotten, since through our parenting, through our education system, we have forgotten that happiness already lies within us. We have forgotten that what we are trying to chase in some degree or some expensive shop is already lying within us. We are sitting on the treasure. We are sitting on the treasure of happiness and trying to outsource it outside, where we know that our source is our ultimate resource. And that is where it brings our responsibility, because we produce the children. We chose to have a child. Nobody forced us to have a child. But just because we made love and the child is born, does not actually teach us parenting, does not actually teach us schooling. Mark Twain said, "Let not your schooling come in the way of your education." So schooling is only one aspect of education. And it's great to have meditation in schools, which will be awesome, wonderful. And I look for the day when and I believe that day will be not too far, because that's the need now, right? Because now we see children going through so much of anxiety, so much of peer pressure, so much of competition, so much of involved in social media, and living more like an inauthentic life. Right? So, of course, meditation is the need. Research shows that until the age of 6, 98% people are genius. 98% of the child is genius. By the age of 30, only 2% remains genius. So that means there's something wrong with our education system. And when I say education system, I also mean parenting, because schooling is only one part of the education. I think parenting plays a very important role. So why they lose their geniuses? Why they are no more genius? Because as a child, we are all very creative. Since we are connected to our inner being, since we are connected to the source, our source is where all the creativity comes from. But then we were imposed certain knowledge. We were imposed that no change happens outside of you. Only when you accomplish this, that means you are worth something. Otherwise, you're non-worthy. Otherwise, you will not be accepted in the society. You will not command respect. So otherwise, if you don't make certain money or get certain job, you will not be looked as a successful person. So in order to chase net worth, we have lost our self-worth. Right? In order to chase the visible assets, we are losing our invisible assets. We have lost our connection to our invisible asset. And as we go through life challenges, as we start growing up, we start going through life challenges. Challenges are natural. And that is needed for our growth, for our expansion of our consciousness, for our creativity. Sometimes when we go through challenges, we start thinking creatively. And some invention happens. But our education system has trained us for success. They've trained us how to become successful. But they have not trained us how to face challenges. They have not trained us how, when you are successful, when you actually become success, and when you have some power in any capacity, whether you are rich, or whether you get some high position, or you become some top bureaucrat, how to handle that power. Right? So this is where I think parenting comes in. Parents also plays an important role. As children, the moment the child is born, we think there's a toy now which has come. We try to control, because Because whatever we have imbibed from our parents, whatever tendencies or whatever is our emotional traits, we try to do it on the child because the child is helpless. We don't understand the child's psychology, right? And many times we as parents, like many times husband wife is fighting in front of the child, and I say a lot from my own experience. I thought, oh, I'm into meditation, I'm into spirituality, I am sorted now. But as my children started growing up, now one is 20, another is 15, two boys, I'm seeing, no, there's something which I needed to learn as a parent. Something which I don't know, somewhere I'm going wrong. So friends, we need to understand the child's psychology. And as a parents, we may say everything, we may blame everything on the education system. But actually that is only one aspect, and that is what they are meant to do. They are meant to give them IQ. If they give EQ, emotional quotient also is great. But at least they are giving them intelligence quotient. But as a parents, we need to take the responsibility for their emotional quotient. As the ma'am said, which was online, that with meditation, children has become more adaptable. They become more adaptive. Because the world is changing so fast. Unless they have the emotional balance, unless they know how to regulate themselves emotionally, they'll not be able to adapt to the world. And that is what giving people a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety. The more we are getting new technologies which is supposed to empower us, the more we are feeling helpless, the more we are feeling insecure, right? Like now with AI and robotics and artificial intelligence and machine learning, more we feel, oh, what if we lose our job? Because all our system, because the whole education system, I'm supposed to become something like this. And if that job, if the machine is going to do or the AI is going to do, then what will I do? So what is important is to learn emotional quotient, and that comes through meditation. That's why meditation plays such an important role. Such a simple technique, but such an important role. Because all our life, whatever emotions we have gathered, when we go through life challenges, we go through pain, we go through suffering, we go through some trauma. Many times you suffer alone. And when you suffer alone, the pain turns into a trauma. And then we carry that trauma in later years of our life. Any small trigger and we are ready to burst like a volcano. Right? So friends, what I want to share is, as a parents, we can take a very active role. Either you are as a teacher or as a parent, we can take a very active role in shaping our future through our children, right? And the best example you can give them is the example of your alignment. We want to talk about meditation to our children, but what if we are not meditating? How do you expect the children to listen to you? Children listen through their eyes. They don't listen through the ears. They will see. In fact, it's very rare that children listen to their parents. But they have never failed. They have never failed to imitate you. Never, they have never ever failed to imitate you. So don't worry that your children are not listening to you. Worry that they are watching you. So friends, the best example you can give to a child, or the best gift you can give to a child, is the gift of your inner alignment. You don't have to impose or force meditation on them. Because force will create resistance. Force will, they will despise it. But when they see you meditating, when they see your transformation, when they see in your behavior, first they will observe, then they will be inspired, and then they'll practice very naturally. They will be inclined to meditate. You may share your wisdom, you may share your guidance, you may share what you have learned from it, what you have benefited from it. But finally, they will only adopt if they see you doing it. Until the age of 0 to 6, a child is like a sponge. They are in the delta brainwaves, theta brainwaves. They're only absorbing whatever they are seeing energetically, right? If the husband and wife are fighting, or if the father is very stressful about his work and he brings his stress back to home, the children is absorbing the stress of the parent very subconsciously. And the parent is busy talking about their problems. And what does the child feel? Oh, they are not interested in me. They are only talking about their problems. They are so obsessed with their problems, I don't mean anything to them. Because we need to understand the child's psychology. As a child mind is like a narcissist. And it is needed for them to grow, to develop their own identity. And the child feels, oh, my parents I'm not worth it. I'm not worthy of it. When you're with your child, you're on your mobile phone. Because that is one relationship you take for granted. And it is a need. It is a need, or it is a spiritual calling of every child to be treated as equal, to be respected. We command respect from our children. But do we respect our child? And the best way you can respect them is offering your presence, your complete presence. When you offer your presence, that's how you teach them presence. When you offer your alignment, that's how you teach them alignment. Very often, we impose our dreams, our aspirations on our children. Oh, I could not become a doctor, or I could not become a chartered accountant. I want you to become. Or I was a chartered accountant, so who will take the legacy? You should become a chartered accountant. And the child feels burdened. And we are conditioning their brain now. We are conditioning their brain non-stop. And that's how we do, through a culture scape, right? From a mother, father, teacher, preacher, minister, religion, nation. Everything that's the culture speak. That is the environment we live in. And we are constantly conditioning. A child is constantly being conditioned. That's why they say first half of a life goes in learning and the other half goes in unlearning. Till the age of 40, we are only experimenting. Right? Then actually the real life starts. Right? Until half of our life goes in developing our ego, and the other half goes in dissolving that ego. So friends, what is important is to live by example. As a parents, we have to become an example. We have to become an example of our alignment. We have to become an example of offering a full presence. We have to understand the child's psychology. Like I was saying, until age 0 to 6, they will only take whatever environment they are just consuming. They're like a sponge. They are like an iPod like an empty iPod, where whatever is there in the environment, that is being fed. And now the research shows that more than 90% of asthmatic cases are because of some stress environment within the family. As a child, the child went through some stress within the child imbibed the stress of the parents, which led into a child suffering from asthma as they grew up. Now, as the child goes to age of 12, now they start. Earlier, they was in the delta brain waves, right? Now, until the age of 12, they are into alpha brain waves. After the age of 12, they start accessing beta brain waves, right? That we all normally live. Now, all of a sudden, you say, oh, how come now what happened to my son? Until 11, 12, he was like, whatever I listen, they will listen so nicely. But now, all of a sudden, they are replying back. All of a sudden, they are expressing burst of anger. Because we had that beta brainwave, now they are able to accept that beta brainwaves. And now, whatever they have soaked, whatever they learned from you till the age of 12, now they are exactly able to reflect to you. So what you are seeing is actually your own reflection. And you don't like it. Because deep down, you are shameful of your imperfections. So now you label them. Now you judge them. And make them feel more unworthy. Make them feel humiliated. And then we expect them to change. So you cannot solve the problem. Einstein said you cannot solve the problem from the same level of consciousness that created it. So by inducting guilt and shame, you can't think that in the long run the child will be better. Right? And the relationship for a parent, for a child, his parents are the world. Like the divine mother, the divine father. Parents are like the God to the child. And whatever relationship a child develops with his parents, eventually as they grow up, becomes a relationship with the world. If the child felt by the parent that I am not worthy enough, I am not good enough, then as the child grow up, he'll become people pleaser. Because deep down he feel inferiority. He feel I am not good enough, I am not worthy enough. So let me please others so that I will be accepted by them. Because that's what I did to my parents. Only when I pleased them, they would accept me. But that's how and then the relationship with everybody becomes inauthentic. Because the relationship with the parent was inauthentic. Because if they would express their true emotions, it is important for them, for a child to experience all the range of emotions. It could be anger, it could be frustration. Because if the child is not authentic in his own home, where do you think he could be authentic? He is not allowed to be that in the school or to anybody outside. But we, as parents, condemn him. The moment we see any negative behavior, we condemn them. Time out, we give them time out. We abandon them. We become indifferent. Opposite of love is not hate, but indifference. And the child feels more worthless. The child feels more. And when the child don't listen to you, you label them more. Right? Labels are for jars, not for human beings. And the child grow up thinking like himself to be like that. Many times the child suffer alone because he's suppressing all his emotions. He can't express his emotions to the parent, because if the child is given a choice, child of love or inauthenticity, he will choose love, because he needs love from the parents. He rather be inauthentic, but at least he is getting love from his parent. He rather behave nice, because my sister or my brother behave nice and they get more love from my parents. So I rather do what my parents like me to do so that I get also love, I also feel accepted. And then the relationship with himself or herself, the child's relationship with himself, herself becomes inauthentic. And the biggest cause of our stress is actually to live an inauthentic life. Because all the time you have to maintain that facade. Imagine the moment the child comes in front of the parents, he has to immediately know, oh, I have to behave in this way. I have to pretend to be like this, whom I am not. And then, when his relationship with his parents becomes inauthentic, his relationship with the world becomes inauthentic. But we repeat what we don't repair. Then later on, we choose the same spouse who reflects your father or mother. Because this is how the universe works. This is how the law of attraction works. It again gives you an opportunity to heal or to improve. But then we keep getting caught in that vicious cycle. It is important for the child to allow them the playfulness. It's okay to break anything. Break a toy or break maybe a showpiece. Maybe drop a jug of water. That makes them curious because child's mind is very experimental. For them, it is a physics experiment or a science experiment. They learn through curiosity, they grow through curiosity. But what our schooling is doing or what our parenting is doing is actually killing curiosity. We just want them to be fit for a good new job. We are turning them into machines. Because that's how the evolution of education started. Right? After World War II, there were no workers in the factory. There were lack of workers. So the education system evolved to create machines who will just do exactly what they are taught to do and without questioning anything, just do the job. Be trained for the job. Our old Gurukul system was not like that. It was very holistic. Even our political system was very holistic. But it is these, and as the child grow up, these are the people who occupy, because these are the people who occupy the place of power. Imagine if they themselves are unhealed. What will they do to the society? Or they become criminals. And they are innocent. It was a child's natural response to unnatural situation. If the parent do not know how to hold a child, the child learns how to hold on his own. And he suppresses all his emotions now. And so much of energy is consumed to hold those emotions. Like if you want to keep a volleyball submerged in water, how much energy is needed? And the child is keeping these emotions submerged within himself. But sooner or later it will come out. All his life he was controlled by the parent. All right, this is the way the world operates. The worlds belong to those who can control others. So the day as he grew up and he gets his power, by any means, whether it is a teacher or a spiritual teacher or a politician or a religious leader, now let me control others. Because deep down, he does not feel connection to himself. Deep down, he does not know how to find power within himself. So you seek power outside. And if he does not have any of these, if there are no other coping mechanism to camouflage that inner emptiness. Then goes into some substance abuse, maybe alcohol or drug, just to cope up so that we can numb the pain, numb and run. But then you need some little more dose of it and more dose of it. And the moment the effect goes off, the pain still comes back. So you need some alcohol or maybe gambling or sex or porn or shopping therapy, something, or some gaming to just distract yourself, to numb that pain. And so it is very easy to judge who are actually alcohol addicts or drug addicts. But what about workaholic? That's why they're called workaholic. Even that is an addiction. What about those who are obsessed with power, crazy about power? We worship them. We bow down to them. But we judge those who are alcoholic. At least he's only harming himself. But others are harming the whole society. And the real question is not why the addiction. The real question is why the pain. And what we need to heal them, help them heal, is the pain. And that is where meditation plays such an important role. That is where breathwork or these tools take such an important role. And meditation is not for meditation, it is supposed to make your life better. And the beauty is, we are all gods, right? As we go through these emotions, as we have gathered these emotions, the more we have created a distance between us and our consciousness, and us and our own alignment. So all you need is to remove the blockages that we have, the wall which we have built between ourselves and our consciousness, between ourselves and our godlyhood. And once these emotions are dissolved or transformed, we come back to our natural state, which is pure love, pure joy, pure happiness, pure wholeness. The desire to know your own consciousness will drop all other desires. Because once you find your own wholeness, once you find your inner joy, once you find that such Anand, how can you want when you're whole? Then all you want is to give. When your cup is overflowing, then all you want is to give. From takers, you become natural givers, because that is a natural state. We are meant to give, but we are educated to take. So friends, I feel as students, our children can be a great teachers to us. And we have to take parenting as a role, as an important role. But at the same time, as children become adult, we have to do our job and back off. The way we used to control at the age of 6 and 12, now the moment they become 24, they have their own sovereign entity. They have their own goals, they have their own purpose, their own mission. We need to back off. So many times we feel disturbed. I've met a lot of people who say, oh, I'm very happy within myself, but I'm so worried for my child. He's 30, he's into this, or he's not doing this. So friends, the best gift you can give to a child is not your worry. By worrying, you are actually aggravating the problem. Because wherever your attention goes, your energy flows. Wherever your energy flows, the universe shows. So you are giving more energy to the problem. And actually you are actually instead of trying to help the person, help your child, you are adding to the problem. I don't wish for my child to have a trouble-free life. Let them go through challenges. Let them go through pain. But in my meditation, I wish that may they find their alignment. May they find their inner connection. And that connection will give them courage and wisdom to go through those challenges. But many a time in our worry to uplift them, actually we downlift ourselves. Right? Many times if you are a meditator, you know how to maintain your vibration. But if your family member or if your child is going through this vibration, many times in your eagerness to help them, you lose your vibration. You lose your you lose your connection. Right? Rather than uplifting them, you downlift yourself. And then how will you help them? But when you maintain alignment, then you become a source of inspiration to them. Then they will listen to you. Then they will like to spend time with you. Then they will value your words. Because it's the nature of every soul to find their alignment, to seek the flowering of their consciousness. And when they see you as full, they will seek their fullness from you. Only then your words will carry that energy, because now you are a living example. You are walking that path. You are walking your talk. Right? When the words come, Rumi said, when words come from the heart, they will enter the heart. So friends, I'll end now. We'll start with meditation. Again, what Rumi said, yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. But today I'm wise, so I'm changing myself. So let's do a short 25 minutes meditation, Anapanasati meditation, which is taught by Buddha, taught by Brahmashi Patriji, where we focus on our breath. When you do that, when the Buddha found that either you can breath or whether you can with your thoughts. The moment you focus on your breath, you cannot be with your thoughts. Thoughts will come, but again, then you know that you're not observing your breath. Again, remind yourself to come back to your breath. And what he found is, Buddha found that we suffer because of our thoughts. Stop thinking and end your suffering. Because of our thoughts, we are living in either past or future. We are living in fear or anxiety. Right? But the moment you stop your thoughts, like when you go to sleep, you feel so refreshed when you wake up. But same way, when you meditate, you can consciously decide to stop your thoughts. And when you stop your thinking, you draw a lot of cosmic energy, which is the original medicine, the healing energy. The moment you stop your thoughts, you drop your identity, your ego, your personality self. The moment you drop your identity, all the resistances drop. And you align to your inner being. You align to your consciousness. Because non-alignment is some form of resistance, in form of some negative emotion like anger, fear, frustration, guilt, shame, whatever. But it is some form of resistance, some form of non-acceptance to the present moment. And the moment you drop your identity, the resistance is gone. And that is when you align with your inner being. That is when the healing starts. That is when you feel whole. And you feel so good after meditation. Right? So let's start, friends. Let's start. I would like you all to maybe take out your glasses, cross your legs, clasp your hands, and gently close your eyes. And I want to invite you to gently shift your awareness to your nostrils. Take one deep breath in through your nostrils, and as you breathe out, relax. And one more slow, steady breath in. And As you exhale, let your whole body relax. Shift your awareness from the world around you to the world inside you. At this moment of time, nothing else exists but your breath. Just be with your breath. Normal, natural, simple, easy. Relax breathing. With every inhalation and exhalation, feel yourself becoming more and more relaxed. Feel the wave of relaxation sweeping your whole body. At this moment of time, completely drop your identity. Your personality self, your ego, your analytical mind, which is an extension of your ego. Just drop it all. And become pure consciousness. Withdraw your attention from all people, places, things, time and events, and just be with your in-breath and out-breath, and feel your whole body sinking into the generous present moment. Anytime you, as the quantum observer, find your mind returning to the known, to the familiar, to people, to things or places in your known familiar reality, to your body, to your identity, to your emotions tied to the past or the predictable future, simply become aware of your in-breath and out-breath and become one with your breath. And as you observe each and every breath coming in and out of your nostrils, sense the temperature in your nostrils. Notice the sensations of the air as it moves in and out of your nostrils. Sense the sharp, cool sensation of the air on the way in and the warm, soft sensation of the air on the way out. Notice it. Sense it. Each and every breath is keenly observed. Are you breathing deep or shallow? Observe. Let not a single breath slip by without your awareness. Any time your attention seems to wander away with your thoughts, come back to your breath. Bring your attention back to your nostrils and become one with your breath. With every breath, feel going deeper and deeper within. Go deeper. Drift deeper. Sink further deep. And even deeper still.
And now it's time to become nobody, no one, no thing, nowhere, and no time. Transcend beyond time and space. Become less matter and more energy. Move from particles to wave and become pure consciousness. As you lose yourself in this elegant state of nothingness, pure emptiness, the gap between the thoughts is the state where you tune in to the quantum field of infinite possibilities. This void, or the gap, is the gateway to infinite potentials that exist in the quantum field, where you draw synchronicities and serendipities into your life. Become an awareness in the infinite field of potentials, and as a quantum observer, invest your energy into the unknown. And the longer you linger into the unknown, the more you draw a new life to you. Simply become aware that you're observing the unknown and surrender your consciousness back into the void. Surrender any aspects of your limited self to join the greater self. And become no one, nobody, no thing, nowhere, in no time, and unfold into the immaterial realm of quantum potentials. Stay present. And lose yourself in nothing to become everything. and now. Gently shift your awareness to the area of your heart, allowing your breath to move in and out of the sacred center. Allow yourself to breathe in more deeply, more soundly, and more completely. And as you breathe from this creative center, focus on your feelings. Notice it. Remember, where your attention goes, your energy flows. With every breath, you open your heart. With every breath, activate this creative center. Furthermore, with every breath, you add more life into your heart. With your attention, feel the expansion in your heart. Feel your connection to the source energy, as you know that your source is the ultimate resource. Breathe, feel, and move into a new state of being as you rest your attention within the center. Feel immense joy, immense gratitude, feel immense love, be thankful for all the things that you are blessed with in your life. Feel the gratitude for your family, your friends, for your possessions. Feel the appreciation for your beautiful body, for your work. Feel the love and connection with plants, animals, with nature, with Mother Earth, which nourishes us. And give immense gratitude, for gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Feel the appreciation in your heart for what you appreciates. Feel immense care, compassion, unconditional love self-love, kindness, acceptance, and humility. Feel it. Remember this feeling in your heart. Remember it by heart. And now, slowly come back. Slowly bring your awareness back to your new consciousness, to your new body, in a whole new world, in a new environment, in a whole new time. Take your time and slowly come back. And whenever you're ready, you can gently rub both your hands and place it over your eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you may gently open your eyes.
Feeling refreshed and relaxed. Thank you, thank you, thank you.